When the first Lord of the Rings film came out 2 years ago, we were left in awe of the epic battles and cutting-edge special effects. Last year's sequel, The Two Towers, was equally overwhelming, as was the surprisingly good hack-and-slash video game adaptation. And with Peter Jackson significantly upping the ante for the final installment of the film trilogy, it comes as no surprise that EA has done exactly the same with their new game. As before, Return of the King is a fast-paced slasher, but this time out there are several paths through the game, and depending on the characters you choose, you get to see different set pieces from the story. The other new innovation is the addition of cooperative play. Now you'll be able to face Sauron's evil hordes with a mate in tow, meaning that you have twice the fighting might. The combat has been sharpened greatly, and the right thumbstick has come into its own. Using a similar system to last year's Blade 2, you can use it to direct your attacks, which is invaluable when surrounded by the armies of the Dark Lord. One of the biggest failings of the last game was that the environments were hardly interactive. In Return of the King, however, you're actively encouraged to play with things, and you'll have lots of fun simply running around finding mad things to activate. Once again, EA's resident dungeon masters have delivered on their promise and produced an absolute blinder. And even if you're not a fan of the films, you can't fail to be impressed by the scope of the game. Christmas #1? Quite possibly.